Kum Yashala. One thing I notice in Israel is people are over-mindful of other men's affairs. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourself, whether ye be in the faith, and prove your own self. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be all off in his. Before you be all off in his. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. I'm looking for that inner peace. I try to keep my conscience clear. Maybe I need to switch gears and speak to the man in the mirror. I really need to be content, but I'm having problems paying rent. What do I need? Get on my knees, better than back to the streets. Back on the grind, blowing your mind. Now you be all off in mine. You can't get it right, you know that you lost. Now you claim I'm going off. You're making YouTube videos, claiming in YMG sold and sold. Cause we be traveling on the road, and Israel put us on the honor roll. And this is not even a brag, man, I'm just speaking the facts. But there's still many things that I need to learn. If I don't get it right, then I'm gonna burn. Examine myself, my only concern. Cause it be Shamayim what I wanna earn. When I see that it's sin, then I flee the scene. Then I clean my house like I'm Mr. Clean. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be all off in his. Before you be all off in his. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself.
From the hood and I loved it. Came up from nothing. Came up from struggling. Came up from hustling. Pants sagging with a mug on me. Couldn't leave the house without a gun on me. Blame the system, the crooked police, the hood, my upbringing. But the shame was on me. Had to stop and put the blame out on me. People all up in my business. Pick up the word. Proverbs 20:3. Examine yourself. Don't worry about me. Couple of years ago I was lurking around with no purpose found. Quick to murk it down. I came from the trap to the truth, and they act like I'm supposed to be all perfect now. I was lost in the world, the money, the girls, the reppin' the fame, diamonds and chains. Came from reppin' the game, but that's all changed. Now I'm reppin' the name, all praise. Had to abandon myself. Sin is bad for my health. All the pain that I felt when I stopped and examined myself.
We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be all off in his. Before you be all off in his. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself.
Have you no shame always casting your blame, pointing your finger at somebody else? But when was the last time you said time to examine yourself? All men have sinned and fallen short of his glory. You, me, him, her, we must admit our iniquities. Go to the throne of grace boldly. Keep the faith and be holy. Though nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. To strive for perfection is our whole purpose. So encourage your brother, right? Son and these curses, yeah.
I'd appreciate if you could just miss me with all of your inquiries about my iniquities. Why you surveying other shortcomings? When you point one, you got three more of them. Point it back at you now. I humbly ask you to back down my working out, my salvation with fear and trembling. I'm entering into a state of constant remembrance and going through the scriptures. Looking for my physician, Hamashiach, to help me get the beam out of my own. I can't miss it. My optometrist is the one who broke bread, bled, died, and rose. And I suppose I can come help you with yours. It's only a month, but first, give me a second. Let me do some evaluation and self-checking.
We gonna examine ourselves.
Might take a minute.
We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be all off in his. Before you be all off in his. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself.
Mirror up on the wall. To me, I'm the biggest sinner of them all. But correct yourself before you correct me, or I'd rather you say nothing at all. I'm city to city and state to state, not pushing me but pushing gospel out. When you shoot and backbiting, I'm asking God what the gospel about. You condemning him for being flirtatious, but you was effing out just last week. You calling her a drug addict, but I smelled the chronic when you passed me. Black lips and change. At the moderation in your head's rapper, you used to do something strange for change. So keep the word and some humble pie. And don't forget where you came from. Cause Sharp and Stone is for the sinless people. And just remember you ain't one. My people acting all holy. To tell the truth, I done had enough. Too much anything ain't good for you. And knowledge made you puff it up. I'm in the error, you correct me. You gained a brother and I owe you. But examine me before you examine yourself. That's something you won't do.
We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. We gonna examine ourselves. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Don't put the blame out on me. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be all off in his. Before you be all off in his. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. You need to examine yourself. Before you be looking around, you need to examine yourself.
Yo, Big Ock, DJ Judah. Yo, check this out. Real Judah Records is presenting the Me and the Most High video shoot after party on May 2nd in Haltom City, Texas. At the Haltom City Theater, right outside of Dallas, Texas. You don't want to miss this one, Israel. Live performances by Peasy, Aria Muna, Lorvitz, Paisley the Hebrew, Roshan Judah, Yapa Q, Yehudi Band, Imanan, Lala Music, Jeremiah, and Kingdom of Israel Music Radio VIP, DJ Judah. Yeah, that's me on the 1 and 2s, y'all. You don't want to miss this one. Going down May 2nd, Haltom City, Texas, at the Haltom Theater. Stand up, Israel. You know what it is.